O to the M to the G. Now, what happened in San Francisco? I saw the headlines a couple days ago, and it said something about a Bat Kid who came to save the day, rode up in a Batmobile to kick the villain, the Riddler's butt, save a damsel in distress, and then he disarmed a bomb planted by the Penguin. Now, thousands and thousands of people worldwide are cheering for this Bat Kid and what he's done, and I'm still hearing about it, even though it happened last week. Now, I wonder if I ever get in trouble, will this Bat Kid come to Korea and save my life? I wonder. Anyways, check out the first song. This is Seal with Kiss from a Rose. That was Seal with Kiss from a Rose. You guys are now tuned in to TBS efm 101.3, listening to What's Poppin'. And we got some messages from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to What's Poppin' with your man Brian Jew on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, a couple of things I like to tell y'all. Send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com if you have any questions or if you just want to leave us some messages, because we love to hear from our listeners. Also, check out our playlist on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. We also upload pictures of our open studios and all that good stuff. Me, Punita, some guests, Johnny, and myself as well. But right now, it's time for pop a verse. You know what we do now. I'm gonna drop a verse on y'all about my thoughts about what we gave at the beginning of our show. So, let's get things rolling. San Francisco can sleep safe tonight thanks to Bat Kid. A 5-year-old boy wanted to be a hero and sent a request to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they made him Bat Kid for the day. Now, he was made a hero by saving people who were held captive by the Penguin and the Riddler, and he ended his day by receiving a key to the city by the mayor in front of City Hall. Now, the U.S. Justice Department even prepared an indictment for the villains he kicked butt, and President Obama sent a video message along with the cheers and support over 10,000 people in San Francisco. Bat Kid got the people of San Francisco singing. Now, the true identity of Bat Kid has been revealed. It turns out he's a superhero even in real life as the boy. Now, as the boy, Miles Scott, who y'all don't know, but he battled leukemia for 3 years, and now he is disease-free. Now, even though Bat Kid is the hero that's on the buzz these days, remember that anybody out there battling a medical condition, fighting against injustice, I'm that little bit of hope. When my back against the rope, I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. All of our superheroes are the greatest. Check it out. This is R. Kelly with The World's Greatest. That was my man R. Kelly, The World's Greatest. And right now, you guys are tuned in to TBS EFM's What's Poppin'. And guess what, y'all? We got another song for y'all. A great song by Lamar. Be Faithful. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Guess what time it is? It's Brian's tips to tip the scale time. Voice is all phlegmy right now. But guess what? I'm going to tip the scale for y'all towards a better life. Doesn't mean I'm going to help you guys lose weight and all, but I'm going to give you tips, health tips to tip your scale toward a better life. Now, the heartwarming story of Miles Scott, the 5-year-old boy, has spread around the world and is bringing hope to a lot of people out there who are fighting for their lives. But it's not only Bat Kid who can come to the rescue. Now, here are some ways you can increase hope in your lives. Now, number 1. Be kind to yourself. Think about what you need most and then do it. Like it could be a cup of tea, a quick around the block, music, some reading, whatever it may be. Take a care break for yourself. And these small moments pile up to transform the texture of our days. Number 2, curtail your intake of news. When you watch the news on TV these days, it could be very overwhelming, of course, and I know it as well. You see bad news, good news all the time. It would be nice if we could just, cut ourselves from any trouble of this world. But since we do need to keep ourselves informed, limit your intake on daily news. Number 3, treat each day like a precious gift. Instead of pouting about the things that we aren't getting right now, or if the day's not going your way, don't be like, oh my God, I hate my day. Think about the things that you're grateful for. Make a list each day and add to it. It'll help you get, plenty of things done, and the petty things out of your life, and see the real important things in your life. Number 4, express love tangibly. Now, this is very, very important. I emphasize this strongly. Y'all need to hug people, kind words, notes, acts of kindness. All these things will help you feel warmth. Not to mention, people around you will feel loved. And what do you think? If you feel love and people feel love, what do you think you're going to get back? You're going to get love back. That's how it works. Number 5. Make a difference. Now, make opportunities to help others, reaching out to someone in need, helping out a neighbor, volunteer at a shelter, and even though these acts may not seem like, it can change the world, by doing so, we're adding a little more peace and hope to the world for sure. So try doing that, and knowing that will give you guys hope as well. No doubt. Don't forget that hope isn't something that magically appears. No, magic doesn't. It's not even real. David Copperfield, I don't know what he's doing, but he ain't real. From an outside source, it's something that we create. All right, y'all. So go out, create hope for somebody, create hope for yourselves, and love will be all around. Next song, check it out. This is The Game featuring Justin Timberlake. Ain't no doubt about it. All right, welcome back to What's Poppin'. The second half of our show, we're going to have Mr. Johnny Flo in the studio to go over some hip-hop tracks that y'all should have missed. So keep it right here with Johnny Flo for Poppin' Beats. But for now, we're going to listen to a word from our sponsors, and I'm going to be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to What's Poppin'. Yes. And now it's time for Poppin' Beats with your man, Johnny Flo.
Hey!
I'm trying to sound a little, I guess old school rapper. What do you call it? You see in the videos, so all the older rappers, they sound like this.
Like a storyteller, right?
Exactly. I'm like a rapping storyteller. But right now we're back with Poppin' Beats with Johnny Flo.
Hey, by the way, congratulations.
For what?
Today's your 14th anniversary with Fly to the Sky, right?
Thank you very much. Look at that. Johnny Flo knew that.
Yes.
November 21st.
Did my research.
1999 is when me and Juani first debuted.
That's crazy.
That's when our first single dropped. Man,
I remember I was 12. I was listening to your song on the 56K, downloading the song.
The dial-up internet.
Yeah, dial-up internet.
I hated that.
It took me 40 minutes to download your song. Sorry I couldn't buy it. I was in the States.
You could have got the cassette tape. You go to K-Town.
Yeah, I know, but I was 12. It was money, man.
But right now, it's not our celebration for Fly to the Sky. We're talking about Poppin' Beats, some hip-hop tracks, and today's theme is...
The Good Die Young.
Yes.
And I know it's 9:30.
Yeah.
And I don't want to...
Bring people down.
Bring people down. But, I just thought I'd do a little contribution or tribute to the people that I respect as a rapper I grew up listening to, just like I grew up listening to Fly to the Sky.
That's weird. Okay, so today's theme is The Good Die Young. And we're talking about rappers who have passed on, but they're still good. We can still listen to music and be like, oh man, this man they ain't going for him.
Yeah,
he got his mojo.
That's exactly how it felt with just looking up these songs. And,
exactly. You still listen to it and you're like, wow, these are great songs.
And just wondering what they would have done if they were still alive.
That is true. Now, the first artist we're talking about is...
Big Pun.
Alrighty, yes. I remember his song. I used to rock it in my car going to school. Don't want to be a player no more. That's all right?
Yeah.
All right. And this song actually features the artist Joe as well, who we talked about last time, who's got his record deal working at a church record store before.
Really?
Yes. He worked at a church record store, and he recorded his first single or demo at a church.
Wow.
Talking about girls at a church. I was like, wow, that's risky. You got, big ups to you, Mr. Joe.
Yeah.
But Big Pun... unfortunately, isn't with us no more.
Nope.
No. He passed on what year?
2000. So he was 28. So he was born in November 10th of 1971.
Okay.
And then he passed away February 7th of 2000. So he's only 28 years old.
Does anybody know what did he die of?
He actually died of a heart attack, fatal heart attack, because of his weight.
He weighed. How much did he weigh?
698 pounds at the heaviest.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you get that big?
I'm a big dude, and that's like 3 of me.
Seriously?
More than 3.
I'm saying, what did he do to get that big?
I mean, he's always been big or fat. And I heard he even went to fat camp and stuff like that.
To try to lose the weight?
Yeah, and he's lost 80, 90 pounds before. But this was before he became a rapper. And then when he became a rapper, he's working and he's comfortable now with financial stuff and things like that. I guess he got too comfortable and started gaining more weight. And he passed away.
Man, Big Pun, we wish you were still with us right now, but unfortunately you did pass on. But your music still lives on through, other rappers as well. Yeah. And of course, other singers as well, too, because you had a good song. And I know, didn't somebody redo this same beat recently?
Ariana Grande.
There you go.
Yep,
there you go. Yes, I remember hearing that song. I was like, it's a Big Pun track.
Yep.
Alrighty, but we're talking about Big Pun and Joe, and the first song for the Good Die Young theme is going to be Big Pun with Still Not a Player featuring Joe. That was Joe featuring... Actually, that was Big Pun featuring Joe with Still Not a Player. That was a great song.
Yes.
I'm not a player no more. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. That's a good song. Throwback. Yes.
Throwback classic, man. It makes me sad, kind of.
It is sad because, you know, when the very talented artists like that, they pass on, it's like, man, I wish they came out with new stuff.
Yeah, just to comment on Big Pun, he's probably one of the great lyricists. The greatest.
Yeah, very great lyricist. And probably... is he the only Latino artist out there or rapper out there?
No, Fat Joe. No, he worked closely with Fat Joe.
Fat Joe and Big Pun both worked together before too. Okay, and Fat Joe's still around, so
yeah.
So if y'all need some Latino hip hop, go to Fat Joe. But right now we're talking about the next artist, who is
Big L.
Big L. Now I'm not familiar with this artist.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are familiar with Big L. I don't think he was a commercially successful rapper. Okay, but he is nonetheless one of the legends. And if you're a rapper and if you grew up listening to hip hop, then you probably definitely studied his music. Okay. He was actually born in Harlem, New York, and he passed away so young, 24 years old. From a drive-by, I guess, gang related.
Shot.
Yeah, he got shot. Actually, every rapper that I'm going to introduce from this point all got shot, drive-by. And all died at 24 or 25, so. Well, yeah, and, you know, it's murder by unknown assailant, drive-by. Nobody knows. It's still
so nobody knows the murderer still?
Nope. It's so ironic, too. They're all good rappers, too.
Exactly. Why you want to kill
And I'm not saying go and kill bad rappers, but, you know,
let's not kill nobody.
Yeah, don't kill anybody, please.
If Johnny's walking down the street, don't shoot him.
Yes.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot nobody. Guns should not be the answer.
Nope. Never.
All right. If you're mad at somebody, just yell at them.
Yell at them and shake them.
I hate you!
Yeah. Yeah, just do that.
Exactly. And Big L, of course, passed away when he was only 24 years old.
Yep.
But what's he famous for? Because I actually don't know him that well.
He's famous, I guess. I don't know. See, it's different for me because I'm a rapper and because I grew up listening to Big L, so I don't know what he's famous for in a commercial sense. But he's very famous for his storytelling. Okay. And he, I guess, if you want to translate it to today's words, he had the swag that nobody had. You know, he had the voice and he had the sense of humor that nobody really had. Okay. And he has a high pitched voice and just funny rapper. To me, he was always a funny rapper.
Funny rapper.
But very lyrical and very, very, I guess, aggressive when it comes to it.
So if you're big on hip hop, you would know this artist, of course.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't know, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm sorry.
Thanks, man. Me and the producer and even Kate over there, we laughing because we like, what's he talking about?
I mean, you guys
we gonna shoot you now.
Yeah, we got that on recording, man.
Alrighty.
Yeah. But he only had one. I guess people don't really know him because he only had one album out. When he was alive, at least, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. Okay. And it didn't, I guess, like I said, didn't do that well commercially. And he had an album, I guess, a year after he passed away called The Big Picture. Okay. Which actually was certified gold album.
Okay, that's pretty. Yeah. That's good then.
It was put together by his manager and featured a lot of big people. Like Tupac was in it. Big Pun, who passed away, he was in it.
They're all on his album. Okay.
So, but he's listed as number like 20 on one of the greatest MCs on a lot of websites and things like that. So.
All right then. With no further ado, we gotta check him out. Big L with the song MVP. That was Big L with MVP, or Most Valuable Poet. You say Big L, I feel like his voice should sound like that. But then you hear the voice like, yo, really high tone.
Maybe because I don't have it, but I love singers or rappers with high pitched tone.
I'm not saying it's bad. It kind of reminded me of LL Cool J when he first came out too. You know, I'm gonna knock you out.
Mama said knock you out.
High tone too, but he doesn't look like that because he got the big muscles. Look like he want to punch in the face.
Yeah, I always thought the muscles were pressing onto his voice. that's how I always thought.
I'm gonna knock you like that. Restraining him to sound like a man.
Yeah, there's a lot of muscular guys that has that voice. Even Chris.
That is true. That is true. That happens sometimes. Look at David Beckham. He looked like he should be sounding like, hello, I'm from England.
He doesn't sound like that?
No, I met him in person when he was in Korea. I walk up to him, someone's like, hey, David, this is Brian. Brian's a Korean singer. Brian, this is David Beckham. And I shook his hand. I was like, hey, nice to meet you. And he's like, hello. I was like, where did you leave your voice?
I never heard him speak.
I was like, he's married a Spice Girl, and he has a higher voice than his wife. But no hating on David Beckham because he is a great soccer player and one of my favorite soccer players out there. So David, I'm just joking, man. It's all jokes. So we need to work on a single together, even though you don't sing or dance. Just be in my video. There you go.
Not with that voice, don't be honest.
All right, but right now we're going to talk about another artist who's shot. Now,
shot.
Next person is
Tupac. Probably,
Tupac.
I don't know. People probably see him as one of the greatest, right?
He is one of the greatest.
I see him like the Michael Jackson of hip hop, kind of.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of Koreans, when I first came to Korea who loved hip hop, they're like, oh, not Tupac, Tupac.
Yeah, I said
Tupac?
that. I said that too when I first came.
Oh, really?
When I first went to the States, I wanted to act like I love hip hop, and I was like, I love Tupac Shaker. And they're like, what is that? Something you find in the kitchen, like the Tupac Shaker.
You know, the salt and pepper? You shake it. Tupac. Or
Tupac Shaker.
I said Tupac. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're sorry, Tupac. We're just making jokes.
Rest
but you
in
know,
peace.
we're not making fun of you. We're just making fun of the fact that people didn't know how to pronounce your name here in Korea, but now they know. It's Tupac Shakur, and one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Yes.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yes.
What I found out was his posthumous albums, which are the albums that they made after his passing, it is the most successful hip hop albums.
Oh,
for the
seriously?
rapper that's passed away.
Okay. So what's the song that we're going to play for everybody right now?
Thug's Mansion, acoustic version.
All right.
Actually from Better Days album, which is a posthumous album.
Okay, I don't think I actually heard the acoustic version.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it better than the original. The original sounded kind of dancey a little bit.
Okay.
And it didn't really fit my taste, at least.
Cool. All right, then we'll listen to that song right now. This is Tupac, Thug Mansion featuring Nas and Jay Phoenix. That was Tupac Shakur with Thug Mansion, of course, featuring Nas and Jay Phoenix, acoustic version. First time hearing the acoustic version, but pretty good.
This one didn't feature Nas, but there is a version.
Oh, okay. The original version has Nas in it.
The script said Nas acoustic. So.
Yes, but the acoustic version actually, if you just hear the guitar part, I was thinking, you know, if they didn't have the rap,
like a love song.
It could sound like a love song, like a K-pop song.
You could have flipped it. Yeah.
사랑해 너를, you know, like the little young voice say. 나는 너의 꽃비트. You know, something cheesy.
What's 꽃비트?
That's my Korean. You ever get like Korean demos?
Yeah.
And they use English that make no sense. Like when I first got Day by Day, it was like, every time the sunshine turn on, loving but by you. And I'm
really?
like, yeah, I was like, are you serious right now? I was like, what song is this?
Oh, man, I'm glad you didn't keep those there.
No, none of these songs make sense.
No.
But it's not just my songs, but I'm pretty sure all the other artists in Korea get the same type of demos.
Yeah, I mean, I do that too.
But I was doing the same thing. I was doing a Korean version of it, you know. 나는 옷부티로, you know, mixing some Thai words, some Korean words, something cray. But right now we are talking about some rappers who have passed on.
Yes.
And the last artist right now we're going to talk about. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and everybody probably guessed who it's going to be.
Yes.
It's Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
And ranked as, in many charts, as the greatest rapper of all time.
Yes.
And I cannot argue with that.
He was a very talented rapper. He was a big guy too.
Yes,
but unfortunately he didn't die because of being obesity. He was shot, killed, like
in a drive-by.
He was in Los Angeles when it happened, right?
Yeah, and you know, like I don't know, nobody knows what happened. Like people never caught Tupac or Biggie's, I guess, shooters or killers, and a lot of people make connection between the two.
So they probably think Tupac's crew probably shot Biggie. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah, because they think it's like a revenge. But, you know, who knows? I hope that's not what happened. But,
I hope not.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversies, but we can't possibly go over every single one of them. People still think Pac is alive.
People still think Elvis Presley's still alive.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know.
And certain people even think Michael Jackson's still alive.
Yeah.
Because they're still doing shows with him involved. I'm like, how are you going to make money off a man who is passing on, who already passed on? That's wrong.
Yeah. But people do that.
They do that.
Yes.
So right now, we're going to get into the song, but the song we listen to today is, which song we listen to?
Juicy.
That's a great song.
Oh, it's his debut song.
A lot of people know him for I love it when you call me Big Pop. But that song is great.
Yeah.
Which album was Juicy off of?
It's on the Ready to Die album.
Ready to Die came out 1994.
And everybody knows that line. It was all a dream. And everybody knows that.
The magazine. Salt and pepper. I don't know all the lyrics, but I know tidbits of it, of course.
Yes,
I haven't heard it in a long time. But yes, Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., Big Papa, however you want to call him, to me was one of the greatest rappers of all time.
No one could argue with that.
Yes, he's a very talented dude.
Yes.
So for y'all right now, it's going to be the last song of the hour.
Yes.
Mr. Notorious B.I.G. and the song is called Juicy. And thank you to Johnny Flo for bringing all these talented artists with him today. And thank you for congratulating us too on today, because today is flattest. I'm gonna call today Fly to the Sky Day. Yes. There you all go. It's Fly to the Sky Day because that's when we debuted in 1999 on this day. So big ups to me, my man Juani, and of course Johnny Flo for bringing some talented artists. Yes. This is Brian Jew and
Johnny Flo
signing off, y'all. Peace.
Peace.